My dad told me my degree was worthless, so I used it to buy his house. When I was 18, all I wanted was to study graphic design. I used to sketch logos on napkins, re-edit movie posters, build fake brands just for fun. My room looked like a printer exploded. Samples, fonts, magazine clippings everywhere. My dad, though, hated it. He was a real job kind of guy. He worked construction from the time he was 16 and had those hands that looked carved from stone. Proud hands. Hard hands. Every night he came home smelling like sawdust and sweat, and every night he'd ask if I'd thought about doing something useful yet. When I got into a decent art college, my mom cried with joy. My dad just crossed his arms and said, "Hope you enjoy being broke." I laughed it off. I thought maybe he'd come around. He didn't. Every semester he'd needle me about it. How's basket weaving? Learned how to color inside the lines yet? He even said at one point, "You'll be another grown man living in my basement with a $60,000 doodling hobby." When I graduated, I landed an internship that paid garbage. He called it a reality check. The thing is, but he wasn't entirely wrong. It was hard. Rent was late more than once, but I kept pushing. Freelancing nights, building a portfolio, saying yes to everything. By 26, I transitioned into an industrial design role at a marketing firm. By 28, I was creative director. By 31, I opened my own agency. Here's the kicker. I never told him any of it. The less he knew, the less I'd have to hear, "That's not sustainable." Then, last year he got hurt bad. Fell off scaffolding on a private job site. Couldn't work again. Construction had chewed him up and spat him out, like it always does. Between rehab and back pay issues, his finances collapsed fast. He was about to lose the house, the one he poured 30 years into. Mom called me sobbing. I told her to tell him I'd handle it. I met the bank rep, settled his debt under my business account, and quietly bought the house in my company's name. A month later, I visited home. Dad was sitting on the porch, looking smaller than I'd ever seen him. He said, "The bank called. They said some investor group took over the loan, wiped it clean. Guess I got lucky." I handed him the new deed. "Yeah," I said. "The investor's me." He blinked like I'd slapped him. "You, what? It's paid off, Dad. You and Mom don't owe another dime." He didn't speak for a full minute. Then he stood up, jaw tight, and whispered, "I don't want your charity." "It's not charity," I said. "It's a paycheck for raising me." He stared at the paper, knuckles white. I don't understand how." I smiled. "Remember that worthless degree?" We didn't talk much after that. Pride's a hard language to translate. But the next time I visited, I saw the deed on the wall, framed, right above his toolbox. He doesn't say sorry, not directly. But once, sitting in the kitchen fixing his coffee, he muttered, "You turned out all right for a doodler." I grinned. "Yeah, guess I color inside the lines now." He chuckled, quiet but real. For him, that's a standing ovation. You know what's funny? I don't tell this story for revenge anymore. I tell it because I get where he was coming from. His generation built roofs that leaked on their backs while I built logos that live on screens. He didn't hate my dream. He just didn't understand it could build something too. Sometimes love sounds like criticism until you're old enough to translate it. And sometimes, the best apology you'll ever get is silence, paired with a framed deed hanging next to your dad's hammer.